Appreciate that. Little break in the action. I told y'all I am formatically correct. That went against all formatics. But you already know, the production's rough right now. It's a little rough. I'm not in the studio, so I'm doing other things sometimes when I'm actually recording. So just understand, bear with me. When we get this shit all the way down to where all I'm doing is recording, y'all gonna enjoy it that much more. Well, you might not even be enjoying this, so let me not take that for granted. But it is what it is. So yeah, that trashy ass hoe, she's gonna throw that baby in the goddamn trash can. How dare her? That's nasty. Sadistic. That's just sadistic. You are an animal. You throw a baby in a trash can? You are an animal. A fucking animal. Nothing less. Absolutely nothing less. Sorry. That's all you are. That's all you are. And so, we had a shooting a couple days ago in Washtenaw County. And there was a guy, he ended up checking himself out. So the motherfucker gone. I ain't really got to talk about him today because he ain't even around no more. So I ain't going to talk about his crazy ass. I guess he had some mental illness. No shit. Shot a deputy. Okay? He shot a deputy. And then the deputies, the whole Washtenaw County Sheriff, everybody showed up. And they had to do their, their thing. And then we got a situation where we get people that are a part of these jobs and they think they're smart. And when they think they're smart, you can't really tell them nothing. And there's a guy, he's a community engagement officer. Basically, he's the motherfucker that talks to the cameras, okay? He talks to the cameras when shit happens. Well, he's also got a social work degree, okay? So that makes him think that he's a little bit smarter than the average motherfucker that's wearing a badge. Not, you just were a social worker, somebody put you in a position to talk to people, and you want to talk about how well you're a social worker, or you want to try to maneuver your social work into being a community engagement officer. He's nothing special, he just has a social work degree. But yeah, he had to get in front of the goddamn cameras is what he had to do. And that showed just how not special he is. Because he sounded like an idiot because he wasn't prepared. You had reporters asking him all types of pertinent questions, and he had all types of non-pertinent answers or had no answer, and he made himself look really, really silly. Now, my problem with him looking really, really silly is he's a black man. This is a BlackWatch. So I speak from a black perspective. And I think as a black man, if you're gonna get up in front of the cameras, at least have your shit together. He didn't have his shit together. So that's what I'm here to talk about on this particular situation. He didn't have his shit together. His name is Derek Jackson. Okay, I ain't gotta hide his name. His name is Derek Jackson. He works for the Washtenaw County Sheriff Department. He is a community engagement liaison. He gets in front of the cameras and he talks to people. Let me let you hear him talk to people so you just don't think that I'm just picking on him or he can't be here to defend himself. I'm about to let him defend himself. Hold on a second. Let me count this out. That's 3, and that's 5, and that's 6. Okay? Okay, we'll do that right there. Okay, so that. Okay. So yeah, let me turn this back on. I think it went off. I'm gonna find the shit. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. And just listen. Listen to the reporters, then listen to the answers.
Here at Bush's, we have 16 locations. They're all located in southeastern Michigan. We have over 4,000 local products
right to the link like it was before, so
in all of our stores. We like to source our food food locally because it's very important to us to support Michigan, and we like our guests to know where their food is coming from.
I choose to come to Bush's for the produce because it's always beautiful and fresh looking and looks much better than any other supermarket I go to.
I like to buy produce.
Office here, and Derek, tell us what you know at this point.
So still getting information. We have an active scene here in Superior Township. So around 2:11 p.m. we received a call of a neighbor dispute that a neighbor had shot at another neighbor. So we had deputies responding to a felonious assault. Not exactly sure the time frame, but as soon as deputies arrived, not long after they took gunfire, one of our deputies was actually struck and was transported to a local hospital. He is in stable condition at the moment, and we're just waiting for continuous medical updates.
And I'm sorry, tell us, what time did it start?
2:11 p.m.
Oh, 2:11 p.m.
Yep.
And it was involving a dispute between neighbors?
Sounds like, again, it's early on, it's active, so we're still learning a little bit more specifics and facts, but it sounds like there was a neighbor dispute. Something happened, and one of the neighbors pulled out a weapon and started firing. That's when we got a call from that neighbor, and that's why our deputies were dispatched here, because of felonious assault.
So you got a call from the neighbor that was shooting? Hey, motherfuckers, I'm out here shooting people. Hurry up and come on. He got a call from the person who had been shot at, and it started with the groundskeeper. Now, maybe he didn't know all this, but this is why he shouldn't have got in front of the goddamn cameras. It's all over. It's almost all over. Don't worry about it. It's only about another minute. Sorry. Uh-oh.
Superior Township. So around 2:11 p.m. we received a call of a neighbor dispute that a neighbor had shot at another neighbor, so we had deputies responding to a felonious assault. Not exactly sure the time frame, but as soon as deputies arrived, not long after they took gunfire, one of our deputies was actually struck and was transported to a local hospital. He is in stable condition at the moment, and we're just waiting for continuous medical updates.
And I'm sorry, tell us, what time did it start?
2:11 p.m.
Oh, 2:11 p.m.
Yep.
And it was involving a dispute between neighbors?
Sounds like, again, it's early on, it's active, so we're still learning a little bit more specifics and facts, but it sounds like there was a neighbor dispute. Something happened, and one of the neighbors pulled out a weapon and started firing. That's when we got a call from that neighbor, and that's why our deputies were dispatched here, because of the felonious assault that had just occurred.
Was it right upon arrival that they started taking fire, or was it they've been there a little bit talking, and then the person started shooting?
Not exactly sure of the specific seconds or minutes, but it seemed pretty soon after they got out of the vehicles and started to approach the house, they took gunfire.
Tell us what's happening at this point right now.
Yeah, so right now, we have a barricaded gunman. So we have a suspect who's in a home. So right now we have a barricaded gunman. We have someone who's in their home. We're telling all the neighbors in this particular area to stay in their homes. We don't need anybody coming out or trying to see what's going on. We obviously have a large scene, lots of officers who are here, and a barricaded gunman who we're still trying to make contact with.
Is there anybody else in the home?
Still too early to tell at this point.
Are your officers still taking fire right now from the barricaded gunman?
At this moment, my last update, you see, I was standing back here for quite a while. There hadn't been any shots in a while.
Why couldn't he just say no?
Would you believe a few simple changes in your diet?
Why couldn't he just say no? See, he always wants to answer. He always wants to try to sound smart. And sometimes it's not about just sounding smart. Sometimes it's just being real. Just because you got a degree doesn't make you fucking smart. It makes you diligent, but it does not make you smart. And somebody needs to tell him that. But I know they like to put him out there because he's light-skinned, he's well-spoken, Colin Powell looking ass nigga. That's why they do it. They can put somebody blacker than a motherfucker out there, but have him be real, and I'll respect it more. Don't put Light Bright out there, because Light Bright just want to sound smart for the whites, and sound smarter than any other blacks. But he turns out sounding dumb, sounding stupid, sounding like a fucking clown. But that's a part of the WCSO that we love. Give us a chance to finish what we started. We still don't know what that is, Jerry. Can y'all start solving some crimes around this bitch? We had 14 goddamn shootings, and y'all got two teenagers locked up. Like y'all got John Dillinger and Jesse James and shit off the street. The real shooter's still walking around laughing at y'all monkeys. You stupid. But that's okay. That's okay. Y'all voted for him. Or you didn't come out to not vote for him. That's okay. Either way, you got what you got. Now they gonna finish what they started. They started fucking up the county 12 years ago, and they gonna finish it. Jerry and Derek and Greg and Myron and Kathy and all them motherfuckers for the WCSO. Yeah. And that motherfucking undersheriff, he been there so goddamn long, I forgot his name. What's his name? Potosin? Whatever his name is. He done worked under how many goddamn sheriffs? He done worked under more men than goddamn Linda Lovelace and Vanessa Del Rio combined. How come you don't want to be the sheriff? Potosic, whatever it is. Potosin. How come you don't want to be the sheriff? You just like being associated with police. You don't really want to be police. You just want to be associated with police. See, some people like the power of that badge. They don't understand what that badge really means, but they like the power of that badge. Fuck you and your badge. You a paper pusher. That's what you do. You push paper. You push Jerry's paper. Whenever Jerry's got to make a speech, you write the motherfucker. I know. You write Jerry's speeches. You write all the literature for Jerry. Don't think motherfuckers don't know that. They know. They know. They know. But unfortunately, all the black folks, that's y'all boy. Washington County's boy. The first black sheriff. What is it with our first blacks? He came in when we had the first black president. He was the first black sheriff, and they didn't do shit. Can we get to the second blacks? Because the first blacks ain't doing a good job around this motherfucker no more. When we used to have first blacks, they did a good job. We get first blacks now, they not good niggas. We need some good niggas to be first. Sorry. Can somebody come in first besides motherfucking Usain Bolt? If you run, see, LeBron James, he comes in first. Everybody loves him, but he ain't no goddamn civil rights activist. He's a ball player, which y'all want him to be. Y'all gonna be looking for LeBron to be a politician, just like y'all was looking for Oprah to be a politician when she retired from her show. Motherfucker gets celebrity status and they want him to be a politician. How come we just can't have politicians be politicians? Y'all want to talk about Auntie Maxine. Auntie Maxine got a fucked up district. Cummings had a fucked up district. Lewis had a fucked up district. All these black politicians got fucked up districts, but y'all salute them. Because they the first. Anybody but Trump, though. Anybody but Trump. But yeah, make sure if you have not, if you done sat around this motherfucker for almost an hour and ain't subscribed to this video, please subscribe to the clip. My clips generally won't be this long, but I tried something out new today, so I'm using a different, recording device to see if I can, well, obviously I can go longer because I was only able to go like 30 minutes, my first clip, so this one ran a little long. They all ain't gonna be this long unless I got an interview. And I do have an interview coming up with a social worker, not Derek Jackson, and we're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna talk about some shit from a black perspective because we black. He's a black social worker, and I'm happy to say that. But I appreciate you liking the video if you like it. If you don't like it, give it the thumbs down. Subscribe to the motherfucker because if you didn't like this, you really not gonna like what I got to say later or tomorrow. Other than that, one love.